I did 5 videos, actually 4, for beginner flint knappers, and I never got to finish the 5th one. We had the ice storm, and then I was in the hospital, thought I had some heart problems, and come find out some medicine I was on, and then I cut my finger real bad, and I'm going to go ahead and explain how that happened, because a lot of people won't know, and it was a freak accident. But I got all kind of debitage on the floor. And I reached down just like this to pick a rock up. And see how your fingers have been around the rock. Well, when I reached down to pick it up, there was a sharp piece of obsidian, like this right here, but it was obsidian sticking up on the opposite side of it like that. And when I reached down, I was kind of leaned forward, and that piece of obsidian went right through the center of that knuckle and cut that tendon, whatever you want to call it, leader, and almost went through my finger because nothing stopped it. It went through the knuckle. It was a freak accident. One of them things that you wonder how in the world happened. Now, with that being said, what this video is about is grinding your edges and preparing your platforms to make real thin stuff after you get it thin. This is okay thin right here. This is all percussion, just direct percussion. I'm going to do indirect now, and I'm only going to do it for the time's sake of this video. It's about 1.5 inches out to the point to show you how to make something super thin by abrading it the right way. Now, I've seen people, let me go back. This is a coarse grinder here. Here's a real coarse grinder right here. You can see the grit in them, how coarse they are. What you want to use is a real fine abrader like this. This one's super fine. Or you want to use like 320 grit sandpaper. Now, my good friend, Jim Hopper, or Hooper, H-O-P-P-E-R, I just couldn't remember how Jim's name is pronounced. He gives me, been knowing Jim for over 40 years. Jim, I apologize. He is the master, I'm talking about the master, at FOG, flake over grinding. And I'm giving his name because I'll use him in this explanation. Then, Timothy Mullins, I think I got his last name right, Mullins, is the next. He was one of Jim's students. Incredibly good. Now, with percussion and indirect percussion, the best guy I know doing indirect percussion against anybody is Jason Newman. He's the best I've ever seen at it. Now, percussion, the second is Eddie Lee Ballard, and Curtis Smith is real good. And I'm not real great at explaining things, but I'm going to tell you what I'm good at. I'm good at sitting down and watching people, watching on YouTube, over and over and over again, picking up things I miss that they do to have success in what they're doing. And what I have noticed by watching people is something like this, that Jason Newman uses solid copper, and he hits on the side. He don't hit on the round part of it. He comes down and strikes on the side and drives flakes off like that. He hits on that flat part. Now, Curtis Smith, who is also a tremendous flint knapper at thinning, making thinning stuff, he uses the flat end, which is the same thing. One's using the flat end, one using the flat. He don't use round. He comes down with the flat end, like that right there. Knocks flakes off. So they're both using a flat side of the billet. Now, Jason Newman, he uses solid copper, flat on the end, to knock his off, and then he uses indirect. So I'm watching these guys, and all of them that's real good at this are using the flat part of their billets at percussion work. Now, indirect percussion, what I'm watching, is the way they perform their edges. And this is what we're going to talk about with all of them. Jason Newman will tell you in a minute, I don't use heavy grind, coarse material for grinding, I use fine material. So, James and Timothy, the flake over grinder guys, guess what? They use like 320 grit sandpaper to supply. So we're going to show you how that works. I'm going to try to explain it to you. And one of the ways I'm going to try to explain it to you is try to find something dark material. Okay, if this edge here, if I sit here like I see people do on TV, they grind and grind and grind and grind. If that works for you, that's fine. Keep doing it. I ain't saying it's wrong. But what I am saying is, when you get a piece thin and narrow and you grind it real thick and you have to hit real hard on it, you're bending it when you come down to remove that flake. Yes, I said bend it. Rock does bend. If you don't believe me, ask the old timers. If you had a video of slow motion magnified and you hit that rock, or I tell you where you really tell they bend if you're fluting a rock on a jig. I've actually seen a rock with my own eyes bend on a fluting jig, the guillotine type where you're coming down and putting pressure on it. But anyway, if you got a real thin edge and you hit on it, it don't take as much force to release the flake. I hope this is making sense. The thicker the edge is, the more force it takes to remove the flake. When it's real thin, like this, you don't need a lot of force to remove the flake. But we're going to get at it. That's enough explanation. We're going to get at it and see what we can do here. See if we make any sense. I'm going to start here about 1.5 inches or 2 inches above the tip. Show you how narrow and thin we make this tip. If we're successful at it, with indirect percussion. I've already done direct. I think I got it pretty doggone thin for direct. And I use the square end of my hollow copper billet. See where it's rounding off? The new ones are square. Once that rounds off like that, I get me a new one. I'm using this one to hit on with right now as a billet. Okay, now, I set my platform up. I'm going to do this 1, 2, 3 times. I'm going to wipe that dust off. It's important that dust will cause it to slip. Believe it or not, it will. All right, I'm going to get my cheeseburger holes on here with my indirect percussion stick. I'm copying my buddy. That's his saying. I don't mention his name, but he's one I heard use that term. Okay, I'm going to get down here to tip, and when I hit on the point, I want to angle up it, not straight across. All right, and move over a little bit further. Up it again. Move up a little bit further. Up again. Oh, I tried to catch that flake. I want to show you how much material. Now, this is a thin edge. And I want to show you how much material is coming off. I don't know if you can see this or not, but that's the material that's coming off right there. It went over halfway across. Now, I got to set this side up and come back and do it the opposite way. I'm going to come down here, and when you push down, you're raising the edge up. When you hit down, you're raising the edge up. So if you're a beginner and you want to make your platform high, set your platform up, just remember when you shove down, you raise it up. Now this one just is thin. It's not much difference. Several times to rub it. All right, I'm going to come here on this highest part right here. Set my tool, tapped it, flake wet halfway across. Come over here, tap it halfway across. Now I'm at the end, I got to lightly tap it. And I'm going to try to. Sometimes it takes a couple of blows because I'm hitting down like this. I'm hitting back this way. There it goes. Now I'm come back here and get right. Now this thing is getting so friggin' sharp. I wish I knew how to. I'm not good with a camera or video, and I never had a camera really, to make things show up. I do know if you take a deer head and you get further away from it and hold it out, or a fish or something, you can make it look bigger. But I don't know what you do to make something look exactly the same size it is, so you can see how small it is on the video. We're going to see what we can do here, because this is getting, the tip of this thing is already thinner than probably a sheet of paper folded in 3 times, or maybe 4 times. I don't know, it might even be thinner than that. It's thin. All right, this is a continued platform that I'm making now. This edge is razor sharp, right here. See if I can put me a background behind it where you can see it. It's razor sharp. All right, now watch this. Take this sandpaper, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see what happens. I caught it, about to drop it. Didn't hit hard. It went over 3/4 of the way across. Same thing there. Same thing there, all three of them. Now come right on here on the point. Closer to the point. Turn it over. Woo! This one went almost overshot. I almost hit this one too hard. That's what a real sharp is now, guys. Look at that. It went this way. See, if it went straight, it would overshot, but it went all the way around this way. And that's the good thing about curving your stuff, because like on the end, if you don't want to overshoot, you do it out where to go out like this, and then come back this way. Wow, look how long that one went. That one went this way. It would have definitely overshot if I went straight across with it. Okay. We're about done here. This is going to be a quick video. I just give anything if I knew how to. We'll try every way I can make you realize how thin this is. I'm scared the pressure flake in here. I'm going to break it. Setting my platform. I'm setting my platform up pressure flaking. And I'm scared to put too much pressure, get off the edge of it. Grab too much thick mass, that's what I'm trying to say. I'll stay right on the edge of it, where it's real sharp. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I didn't get on the tip here, my bad. It should have come on down here. Took some off right in here. No more. There we go. I'm gonna hit 1, 2. 2 times is plenty. All right, now I'm gonna come right here. Set my tool. Knock my flake off. Knock my flake off. Come on off of this. Try to hinge and hang, but it come off. Woo! Oh, that's scary there. That is so thin. That's scary. Wow. Alright. This video's about over with. I gotta sharpen it. I don't have nothing sharp enough to take these deltas off. Here's my file. Let me see if I can get a sharp needle point over here real quick. Take a few minutes. Sorry about this delay. Okay. I'm gonna take this sandpaper, 1, 2, 1, 2. See what I can do right here. Got kind of little curlicue on the end of my tip here. I'm trying to, it's curl like that. I'm trying to straighten it out. I'm having to take just a little bit off the head. That way it'll look straight. Tell more about it. Trying to get these deltas off right now so it'll look straighter. I'm just about done. I want a little bit more right in here. Okay, guys. Here's a sheet of paper. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to fold it in half again. And I don't know, maybe if I take a little, still got a little bitty bend right here. I don't know if I can get that out or not. Kind of makes it look like it's, might be a little thicker than what it is. Yeah, that's good enough. It don't matter. Shoot. Y'all get an idea. Fold it in half. I'm going to hold it right up here beside it. And then I'm going to move it away and put it back up beside it. It's actually thinner than that sheet of paper folded 4 times. Now, let's see if what it's like if it's folded only in half. Okay, this is in half. And get it where the paper's sticking out away from it a little bit. See if I can put something in here. I really don't know how to do this. Like I say, I'm not a photographer. Find a little thin flake like this and put the paper on it and straighten it out. And if you look like a 1/4 inch of the tip down, maybe I'll put a dark background or something. Oh, I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Like that. If you look at a 1/4 inch down, maybe you can see, I don't know if I need to be up close or further back or whatever. But I swear that's as thin as that sheet of paper, about 1/8 of an inch down the tip, folded in half. Got some little delta ridges in it. I'm talking about the thin parts of it now. I got enough sense to know where the deltas are. It's some little high ridges or something. But I hope you learned something on that. I hope it helps you out. I'm just going to pull some up I got here. I've been working on and practice on. I practice and practice and practice. And that's all you can do is practice and practice and practice. And I was thinking I had, oh yeah, I did have some more. Just to show you how much I practice on this. There's one right there. Here's a wide one here. Worked on the tip. That one's not as thin yet. This one I've working on. Got to go all the way down on it. This one I went all the way down. This one I got just the tip done so far. I think to go all the way down on it. I'm going to go all the way down on these and finish them up. All right. Just drop this one on the floor. What I didn't cut my finger. Reached down to pick it up and broke half in 2 on me. Dropped it down there. And that's, when you got rock chips on the floor and you reach down, be careful, because this is what can happen to you. I hope y'all enjoyed these videos and y'all have a blessed day.